Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Monday market report action for you today, where we talk about some of the most relevant post 1900 modern era coins, graded coins, that is, to have sold here in the last week. All right, and this is for the week ending November 14th, 2021. I want to thank each and every single one of you for joining me today, whether you're catching this on my Sunday evening upload or if you're heading out to the office on a Monday morning. Great report to throw up. Just kind of listen, see what's happening. Yeah, I would say that this report highlights a number of very significant coins, as if it was the end of the world and people were looking to pick up some of the biggest and brightest and best coins out in the marketplace, and they just all kind of fell out from the sky in one shot. A lot of coins today certainly fit that mold. Don't know what's happening. I mean, I know the market is pretty robust. You know, we're just seeing just incredibly strong sold prices on a lot of coins. This week is no exception, given, you know, the time of the year. That's to be expected. We're going to see some pretty powerful sales between now and probably after the first of the year, and then there's probably going to be a little bit of a break because there's going to be a few notable shows to kick off 2022 that'll continue to push the numismatic market into the stratosphere. I know that's a pretty bold prediction, but we've seen it a number of years in succession. From about 2017, the market just continues to overperform. Is there any end in sight? Well, as the more inventory and coins leaves the marketplace and very few are being consigned to these auction houses, that might be a reality. We don't know. It's hard to speculate, but based off of the emails and the letters I'm receiving from some of these bigger auction houses that I've done business with before, you know, that might actually hold true up, you know, through the foreseeable future. We'll just have to wait and see how the market is, see how inventory is, and just kind of go from there. But while you're at it, if you got coins to sell and, you know, it's something that these consigners can use, then, you know, it might be worth trying out. If and only if you don't want them anymore. I know that's kind of a tall order to ask, but, you know, the market is allowing such huge premiums, anywhere from 5-10% to as high as 50% over a general market value from about 24 months ago is not out of the question. All right, so all of our sales this week is from greatcollections.com. If you're looking to pick up some of those marquee coins for your collection, Great Collections is a fantastic auction site to peruse at your leisure. But be careful. Be prepared to spend some money because there's a lot of coins, and I'm willing to bet a lot of you probably will not resist the urge to hit the bid button like I do. All right, but wait, you know, maybe that's just me. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's a lot of fun, and go ahead and check out their website. And they're a great place to consign with as well. We actually have one coin on the list that we had sent over that particular owner of that coin to Great Collections to sell their coin. We'll go ahead and recap that sale as well. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. No more dilly-dally. Starting off with the first coin. Yeah, I mean, honestly, what's this thing doing here? 2018 Lincoln Shield cent that grades out PCGS Mid-State 68 full red. It's a nice grade, but is it nice enough to garner any sort of considerable premium? Well, it did. And the main reason why is that the Lincoln registry set participants pay up for coins that they don't have in their registry. Yeah, it's real simple. So registry sets are a compilation of some of the finest coins that you can assemble. And it's a points-based system. You know, it's more for bragging rights than anything else. But with those bragging rights comes some pretty deep pockets. This particular coin right here is top of the heap, and it's sold for $1,451.25. For those of you out there that think that they could go out and just send any good old shield cent that looks good to their eyes off to the graders in the hopes of a 68 or higher, I caution you, it's not easy. and it is incredibly risky. So I would highly advise against not only that, but also investing in coins like this. All right, so this is a huge power player coin right here. Now, we're all familiar with the 1995 P Lincoln doubled die obverse. I mean, it's the coin that took the world by storm 26 years ago. It was all over the newspapers. It was even in the news on TV. It was a feeding frenzy. People were out looking for these coins because at the time, examples were selling for between $1 and $200 really easily. It was an instant cash grab. But, however, a lot of people were sleeping on this variety here that was discovered a little bit later. Okay, it's a 1995D, as you can see from the label information. It is a PCGS Mint State 66 full red example. It's a doubled die obverse, FS101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide. A lot of your doubling is going to be relegated to the motto, "In God We Trust," along with the word liberty. And then to a lesser degree, you'll see that on the date and mint mark as well. This is a stunning variety, and a lot of people don't really know how valuable this coin is until it begins to show how scarce it is in the marketplace. When it's scarce and there's so few examples out there for the taking, obviously there's going to be a number of bidders that are going to battle head to head to own a coin like this. So you're probably asking yourself, okay, Blue Ridge, stop yapping, and how much did it sell for? Well, this one sold for $1,293.75, where comparable 1995 Philadelphia double die obverses of the same grade barely scratch $70, $80. So there is a considerable price difference in value from the Philadelphia to the much more scarce and rare Denver Mint double die. So make sure you're looking out for these. If you got them in your neck of the woods, hold on to them. They are quite valuable and they are rare. All right, so here is the measure of perfection, the 1977 S Lincoln Memorial Cent. This is, of course, a proof struck coin. This one grades out PR70 red. 70 is the top of the food chain grade. Now, it's a perfect grade. It is also deep cameo. So this coin has perfect frosting, contrasted by perfect, just black fields. There's a great kind of measure that goes back and forth with this coin. It's bright, it's beautiful, but at the same time, there's a little bit of darkness and a little bit of mystery in it. But it is a 77S. Some would say it's a kind of ho-hum type date. But if you needed one for your registry set, this is the one to go for. This example sold for $1,771.88. Up next, this is a coin that was sent to us, to our live coin Q&A panel, which, by the way, we are going to be on tomorrow night, every Monday night from 5:30 Pacific in the evening, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead and check us out on our channel, Live Coin Q&A. And we're going to probably talk about this coin, but this was submitted by a gentleman named William. All right, it was a nice raw example that was found in a box of other coins under his bed. So it was just sitting there. After taking a second look, he noticed that the doubling just really made him go blind immediately. He sent the coin to us in the form of a picture through our email. And bam. Actually, he was also on Facebook as well. But, you know, there's no mistaking these coins. Now, this particular example is a nice AU55 specimen. It's not like a super high-end grade. We've seen some 63s, 64s, and up of this grade, this coin rather. And, you know, those coins are just a beast. You know, these coins command respect, and they command a lot of money in the marketplace. Now, the coin is not fancy looking to begin with as far as its condition, but really you throw that out the window because the coin still commands a 5-figure price tag. Again, you see the doubled die obverse designation on the label. It's also the FS101 Cherry Picker's Guide variety as well. And, you know, this is a coin that you could look at with the naked eye and most certainly discern the doubling and the details of this particular coin. This one right here sold for $15,903 combined with buyer's premium in there. But I also wanted to add that a second example also sold tonight on Great Collections in the amount of just a shade over $30,000. And that example was actually a PCGS Mid-State 63 grade coin. Now, make no mistake about it, this is the big chase piece in coin roll hunting today. If you're not looking for this, then you probably shouldn't be coin roll hunting to begin with. This is the prime target. This is the big coin, the big white whale of modern numismatics, rather. And, you know, it's an instant win payday. So, congratulations to William. That is a big hunka-chunka amount of money and just the right time for the holidays. So, that's that one right there. We also have another registry set coin right here. This is a 1955D Lincoln wheat cent. Still a very plentiful date. Many millions of these were produced. So what's the big deal with this coin? Well, it's all in the grade. Like I said, it's a registry set coin. It should not be an investable piece if you're looking to buy high-end coins. It's a Mid-State 67 plus red through NGC. A little bit of an untraditional grading company to use if you're targeting registry, high-end, points-based type coins. This one is also CAC certified as well. And this one sold for $1,507.38. Coming up next, I'm telling you, Lincoln cents are hot. You know, between this and nickels, I think they're the two denominations that currently are paving the way for what is going to be some ultra, just incredible sales in the near future. We have a tough date here. Yeah, it doesn't have an S-mint. Some people look for that S-mint mark on the 1931, but how about a Philadelphia? What if I told you that this coin was worth more in this grade than a 31S? You would think I'm crazy, right? Well, again, this is a high-end registry set coin. It should just really be seen as that. Mid-State 67 red is just such a high grade for this example, and there's not too many of this particular date. 31 Philadelphias are few and far between in a 67. This one right here sold for $3,993.75. It's also worth mentioning that this is also part of the Sunset collection. They are in week number 165 of that massive consignment. And then finally, to wrap up the 1 cent denominations. I mean, you know, we're 13 minutes into this broadcast and we're still talking pennies. Well, it's popular right now. How about a 1912S? This is a very tough date in full red. This one happened to hit that particular target really well as a Mid-State 66 red by PCGS. You know, coins like this just doesn't pop up in the marketplace, nor can they be found in raw condition that much. Usually you'll find this in like an old collection that's been socked away for many generations. This particular example sold for $10,418.62. Such a stunner. All right, finally, we've jumped ship onto the 5 cent coins. We have our first one here, a 1950 Jefferson Nickel. And yes, you got that right. It is a proof coin. 1950 proof sets are very expensive. You know, they're probably $400, $500, $600 as a set. Of course, you know, it comes with the Lincoln cent. It also has the dime, the quarter, and the $50 as well. But you got to keep in mind, very few deep cameo coins ever came out of these 1950s proof sets. So finding one is a true delight, and probably another white whale coin situation. This one right here features some really nice, powerful frosting on both the obverse and reverse of the coin. And yeah, you know, the fields do exhibit some of that kind of watery black surface to it that really offsets the frostiness, the white frost, really well. It's a proof 68. It does say deep cameo by PCGS. I mean, this one has all the goods right here. And I'm proud to say that this one right here, believe it or not, sold for $10,125.82. This is a dynamite coin right here. And then you'll hit another home run with more nickels. How about this one here? Now, this is a business strike example. It's a 47S, mint state 67, and it does have full steps. This is the type of date of coin that you would expect to find quite a few, relatively strong struck examples where you do see a lot of steps. There are some where, they have a fringe amount of steps, like 3 or 4, they're pretty close, but they're not quite there. But once you find one with 5 or 6 full steps, now we're really cooking. This is a coin that you could lean on as far as being an ultra rarity just based off of that. Now, this 47S right here is sold for $3,150. Again, cementing Jefferson Nickels as kind of a league in its own when it comes to full step designation coins. They just continue to outperform the current market. 45D, again, another popular one, okay? Mainly because it is part of the Civil War time era, all right? That's a set of 5 specific dates, all right? You got 42, 43, 44, 45, and, 45. So 4 different dates, okay? I was close, but this is a Denver, and most of these are very well struck. However, finding one with enough eye appeal to give it a mint state 68 full step designation grade is really tough, okay? I mean, you'll be blessed to have a mint state 66 or maybe even a 67, but nothing really quite measures up to a 68, which is 2 points away from perfection. This coin is just beautiful, untampered with. It's got a lot of originality to it, a little bit of toning, but more so just the originality is what really makes this one impressive. This particular coin right here sold for $4,500. I think it was money well spent for a registry set. We do have a few nickels. So this one right here, of course, the 3-legged buffalo nickel is the marquee variety of modern coinage, right? There are people that I've talked to that know nothing about new U.S. numismatics, but they do know about things like the 55 double die obverse Lincoln. Of course, that's been, publicized not only through paper form, like in newspapers and magazines, but also on TV as well. How about the 37D 3-legged buffalo? This is another one that a lot of people that aren't into numismatics heavily know about. All right, it's a very marquee, very note-while type of coin, and finding some that are in acceptable grade levels are still worth $800 to $1,500. That XF40, the AU50s of the world. But when we get into the mint state grades, that's where things really begin to take off. This is a mint state 66 through PCGS. As you can see, it's got all of the appearance of a true 3-legged buffalo, from the actual missing leg to all of the little pebbly designed crescent moon style of surface here under black diamond. I mean, this one has everything that screams, invest in me, I'm worth it, and it sure is. This particular example, oh my God, this is going to give you guys a heart attack. Sold for $43,862.62. Yeah, someone threw in 62 pennies in there to help kick this bid over into legendary status. It is a beautiful coin with a lot of originality, and I would say that it is still quite a common variety to find if you are looking for it. Just good luck finding one at this grade level. Here's a 1925. This is just a standard Philadelphia minted buffalo nickel. So what gives here? Well, it's the grade. This one obviously acts as a kind of a two-way type of coin. It could be an investor collector piece, or it could be a great addition to a registry set for buffalo nickels. You could go either way. This is a PCGS mint state 67 plus. Beautiful coin with a little bit of toning on both sides that really give it that extra plus desirability to it. And because of that, it's sold for $14,686.88. But if you think that was all, we have one more buffalo nickel here for you, an equally impressive 1921. Again, another Philadelphia coin. some would say that Philadelphia minted buffaloes just aren't worth nearly as much, right? Well, think again. The great collections listings this week seem to have bucked the trend a little bit, and we're adding another one to that. This is a Mint State 67 Plus through PCGS. Very, very like blast white, like it came from a roll. It was minted yesterday. Beautiful coin. And this one headlined a price tag of $14,040. So another impressive inclusion for this week's Great Collections listing, and it will just continue to rock on. Between now and the end of the year, I am excited to see some more coins sell here in the next 6 weeks. Oh wow, we have a Roosevelt Dime. Hey, this one is worth talking about. As you can see, it's got some toning that's been caked on there for a number of decades. The obverse is really where it's at here. It's a common date, 1946. I do have a number of these in mint state condition at this particular date, and even some Denver and San Francisco's. But this one right here gets all of the credit for having not only the color originality, but the grade. And also check that out. These Roosevelt Dimes are graded much like the Jefferson Nickels and the Mercury Dimes and Standing Liberty Quarters, in that there is a strike designation factor to these. However, this one does not have it. All right, it doesn't have the full torch, the full bands, or whatever you want to call it. It's just a wholesome Mint State 68 through PCGS, and I'm happy to say that this one sold for $2,306.26. Now, if you're looking for toning, this is my favorite of the bunch. Okay, this is the one that I was excited to talk about, a 44S. Again, the grade's not going to kill you. It's a 66. If this coin existed without the toning, you're probably talking about a coin without full split bands, worth somewhere in that $100 to $150. But boy, that toning right on the obverse of the coin changes the picture entirely. This one right here sold, ladies and gentlemen, for $1,490.62. That's $1,490, almost $1,500 for this one. And otherwise, incredibly affordable grade of this date. Yeah, full split bands are tough to find on any San Francisco minted 1940s coin. But this one right here, again, that color, again, proving toning is hot in the market and is quite desirable. And the final dime, well, actually, we got two more dimes. We got this 42S right here. Now, what's different about this? It's an NGC Mint State 68. However, it does get credit of having full split bands. And it does look like that. It's got a lot of great separation, that line that runs right down the middle of each of the set of bands. The up and down vertical bands look pretty strong as well. Yeah, it's just a high grade, and you have the full split bands on a San Francisco minted coin, which again, like I've reiterated, San Francisco minted Mercs of 30s and 40s are quite difficult. They weren't known for their strong strikes. This one right here is sold for $2,587.50. And then finally, here's 1935. Now, this is the exact opposite. This is a date that if you wanted to find one in full bands, you could do that. You could find, like a Mint State 66 for around $100 if you needed one for a typeset or just to have an example of this coin with really nice sharp strike. You could do that. However, Mint State 68 is in a completely different category all on its own. It's full bands. It's beautiful, all original. It's got the hazy tone to it, very light and pastellian nature. This one sold for $2,812.50. And then finally, we got 3/4 to gloss over. Now, yeah, this one, okay, again, much like the Lincoln Shield cent at the onset of the video, I would not dare grade these. These coins from the ATB era, from 2010 to current, are quite difficult. Now, there is a redeeming kind of factor when it comes to which particular America the Beautiful quarters are the most widely collected and the most scarce. Hawaii Volcanoes, since day one, has held on to that title pretty firmly. It's an incredibly limited coin. Several, I don't think maybe 70 or 80 million of each mint mark were ever produced, which says a lot. Okay, the production of 2011, 12, and 13 ATB quarters were kind of light compared to what they are or were today. I know in the last couple of years, the mint had really ratcheted up the production of these ATB quarters for each park. Now, the Hawaii volcanoes you see here, make no mistake, again, is a registry set coin. Do not invest in these. This is a PCGS Mint State 68, beautiful coin. It's also got the little flag label deal that you see there. And this one sold for $1,029.38. If you wanted to invest in ATB quarters, again, the West Point circulation types from 2019 and 20 are the way to go. A 44S, just a really clean registry set coin right here with a little bit of toning on the obverse that gives it that originality you hope to find. You don't want coins that have been cleaned, and some people prefer to have coins that aren't entirely blast white, like they came out of a roll. This one right here is a PCGS Mint State 67 Plus, CAC certified, and this one sold for $2,758.50. And then finally, we have another 1935. Okay, this Washington quarter right here is just a beast. Now, this is your prototypical blast white coin that I talked about a second ago. However, this one's a Mint State 68, so it's very clean, made and tailored for a registry set. But outside of that, it's just a really nice high-end coin. Again, you don't want to invest in coins like this. If the next 68 that comes in the marketplace that someone had sent for grading will erode the value of all the other preceding examples in that particular population. So don't do that. If you could find these coins and they're like of high quality, you send them out and then come back as a 68. That's what you want to do. But again, heed caution, grading moderns that have a very low value as a raw coin, really doesn't mix well with coins that, obviously are key dates that you must send to the graders to kind of validate their worth and value. This one right here, oh boy, sold for $9,281.25. I would guess that a Mint State 67 is worth a few hundred. So, pretty big price difference in just one grade point. There's virtually no safety net in these. So, it's good to look at. It's good to sell if you did score one. But aside from that, just really enjoy it on screen here for you. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to go ahead and do it for the Monday market report for the week ending November 14th, 2021. We got a few short weeks left until we hit Thanksgiving and then Christmas and then the end of the year. And then 2021 has come and gone as quickly as you can blink an eye. The numismatics market has been just ridiculous. And it's a great time to be alive if you're not knee deep into the actual sales and all that stuff where you're buying and selling, then, at the very least, you're watching things unfold. And sometimes people that we come across, like on our live coin Q&A channel, have been holding on to coins for a number of years, and they're just now bringing it to us, like Williams 69S, that he's held on to for a while, brought it out like, hey, let's go ahead and sell this puppy and get some money for the holidays. That's really good advice there. But, again, the market's hot. If you got it, you might want to consider selling. I've sold a few pieces myself. It's just a matter of taking advantage of that market as it occurs. And that's going to go ahead and do it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If it's a Monday and you're checking this out then, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. All right, don't work so hard. But that's going to go ahead and do it. My Coinaholics, we are discovering together. And I'm glad to be back for another MMR. You guys take care and have a good day.